In this video, I'll reveal our proven process for helping Shopify brands that are doing between 3 to 7 million annually scale effortlessly to 20 million using data intelligence and psychological A/B testing. This stuff just works. And no, you cannot find this shit on YouTube. This is highly advanced video, so please pay attention to it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show you the macro process, and then I'm gonna jump right into it and I'm gonna show you the micro step-by-step process. And if you're gonna stay until the final of the video, I'm gonna share with you 2 bonus gifts that are guaranteed to make you a lot more money in 2025. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Andre Breja. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Validator. We are a CRO company that works exclusively with Shopify e-commerce brands that are doing over 3 million a year in revenue. Now, why you should listen to this? In the last 6 months alone, we added over 2.3 million in revenue for our clients just through A/B testing. We achieved 60% A/B testing win rate also in the last 6 months straight, while the industry average is around 40%. And we've put together a team of highly talented experts who've worked with some of the biggest brands in the space that you might know. Okay. Also, here are just a few results. You can put pause on this video. I'm just going to walk you through them. These are some brands that we haven't signed NDAs with. So now let's just jump straight into the video. So this is exactly why we developed this profit acceleration system. We want you to nail every single problem that a brand that is doing between those numbers, between 3 to 7 million has. We want to nail them and help them achieve higher growth, higher margins, and make sure that they are not going to be capped at some specific level. So when it comes to no margins to scale, we want to help them maximize the profitability when they scale by optimizing the AOV and making sure that they have the right pricing and the right offer in order to scale. When it comes to scaling blind, we want to shed the light on the dark and show them exactly what their customers want and need, what are their frustrations, and making sure that we show them on the website. And we want to analyze this with our intra-site funnel approach, which I'm going to be showing you. It might sound confusing a little bit below. We want to identify the issues with heat maps and surveys, which are super crucial. And then when we identify a million problems that we could do on the website, we need a prioritization framework to make sure that we do the 20% that brings the 80% of the results. Because you can do a million things with a brand, but if you don't do the right things, you're not going to be able to achieve that level of growth, right? Now, and also the third thing, we want to increase the amount of revenue without extra ad spend. And we do that by optimizing their website speed, which is crucial. And very few people actually know how to do a high-level website speed optimization. And we integrate everything very beautifully into an ongoing A/B testing program. So this is how it looks in the macro process. Now, let me show you a micro live example. Nobody will show you these things that I'm about to show you. I'm going to be walking you through this process, which you can find in a Figma document right here. It's super in-depth. So I'm going to be going from Google Analytics to Heatmap to Shopify to Airtable and then Intelligence. And I'm going to do a live example that should take maximum around 2 minutes when I'm going to be showing you how we find one hypothesis to optimize, how we spot one problem and how we come up with the solution for that. Let's go into Google Analytics. When a brand comes to us, we want to use what I just showed right here, the intra-site funnel approach, which is basically a report. We want to break down the website in multiple pieces. We go from homepage to collections to product page to cart to checkout. Now, in this example, you don't need to be a CRO strategist or a data analyst to understand where is actually the problem, because we actually see this here. What you can see, this dropdown, is the rate of abandonment between each step of the funnel. So we see here that we have a bunch of traffic that goes to the homepage, and it's such a huge gap between the homepage and the collection page. And then we also see from the collection page to the product page, it's such a huge gap. So we identified 2 spots at the moment. Now we know where to focus for the next 60, 90 days. We know exactly where is the problem in the website. Now let's go into heat map analysis. Heat map, if you don't know what it is, it's a very amazing software that just shows you where people are clicking, what are the elements that are bringing more revenue, what are the parts of the website that are being ignored, things of this nature. Now I'm going to just put a quick pause to the video to go to the homepage. Okay, so we are in the homepage. Why we went to the homepage? Because we identified in Google Analytics that we have an issue here. Okay, so now we are here and we are seeing a bunch of elements that are clicked, but we want to focus on the ones that are super red. So now we see that this button is super clicked, right? So we are seeing here that it has 8,000 clicks. We will go in a full session, we will go through every single element and we identify all the issues. Now I want to just go through one specific example. So now that I'm seeing that this one is like super clicked, I want to go to interactive mode and I'm going here and I want to open data mode back again. And now I'm going to wait, I'm going to put pause. And boom, a bunch of beautiful data that we can look at. So just by looking at this, I've done this a million times. I know exactly that I could be running between 4 to 5 tests. I'm going to be showing you like 2 examples or even 3. So by going to the search bar here, which is such a crucial element in every e-commerce store that has multiple SKUs, is that if I'm pressing on it, I'm seeing that it has a bunch of clicks. It doesn't have any purchases. What this means is that we could just run a test where we can just remove the search bar, whether you can move it somewhere else on the website, or we can just remove it at all, and it's not going to affect the website or the conversions at all. And it's actually going to create more space, less cognitive friction for the user, right? So this is one. Now, if we go on the other side, hypothetically, if here we would have 100 purchases or a high volume of purchases, and we have it here, that could give me a very good idea to actually go and move it somewhere here. So then more people are able to quickly press on it and search for what they need, for what they want to find it faster. And then the hypothesis would be, if they find the products that they are looking for faster, they will buy more and you will make more money. Your volume of conversions will increase with the same number of traffic, which is amazing. This was a one test, and please keep this one in mind. And the third one, I would just press on every single element that I'm seeing right here. And I would like to look at revenue per session and the revenue per click. I would like to analyze every single element. And then the element that has the highest revenue per click and the highest revenue per session, I would like to reorganize them and put them to prioritize them. For example, let's say that sale has the biggest revenue per click. And in this case, I think it does. For this specific time, which is like BFCM, I would like to put it somewhere higher, like above holidays, for example. This is just an idea, and by reorganizing them, you will just make more money. This is pretty much common sense. It sounds crazy, but when you actually put them in an A/B test and you can see that it can generate you extra 20K just from this small change, you actually start to see and understand where is the power. And at high volume, this shit matters a lot. So yeah, now, with that being said, let's say that we have the search bar, we identified that it has 100 purchases, and we are thinking to create an idea, and we're going into Airtable. But first, we want to back this up with one more layer. So let's go into Shopify. Shopify Reports is actually super untapped. Here I already search, I press search. I want to see what people are searching for exactly and how frequently used is that one, is the search element. Now I'm pressing on top online store searches, and I'm going to select the time frame that it's reasonable. It's 1 year. Boom. Here I'm seeing that it has 19K. This is a lot. And the time frame here, I think it was shorter. If I would expand, probably it would be more data. Now, interesting part that I can do is take notes on what are the top search terms, and then I can just create the test that I'm about to show you. Now, keep this in mind. Now, let's go into Airtable. This might sound confusing. It's a bit advanced, but literally, this is how we make people, an e-commerce brand, so much money. So let me give you an example. This is our backend, and this is literally what we do. So we put our ideas into this table, and in our case, what we would like to do is move the search bar on the homepage and then optimize the search to look like something like this. From basically, this is another store that we did a similar test. Instead of having the search bar like super small, we would like to have it a bit bigger to actually to pop. And actually we would like to put the popular searches that we found in here to give them a helping hand, so people don't have to like think so much when they can just like, oh, it's already exactly what I needed, it's that or whatever it is. And we also use imagery because visuals sell a lot. Doesn't matter what niche you're in. If you're in fashion, this matters even more. So we would go here, I would write my test idea, which would be like optimize the search navigation, move search navigation in the homepage, something like that. I would add all the details, and then I would want to go into the prioritization framework. Keep in mind the first thing that I said here, the prioritization framework. Well, here's, we want to see if this specific idea is the best idea out of all of them, because we could do a trillion things. If you would probably be in the range of 3 million, I would go, and first I wouldn't do something like I've just explained to you. I would actually go and try to nail your offer, your pricing. These are one of the biggest levers that we could do to actually achieve a high level of growth. Then I would like to go into more content testing. I'd like to mix and match them until we actually find the sweet spots for everything. So this is a long-term process, but it pays off like big dividends. Now, with the prioritization framework that we have right here, we go into graded test. This is literally our backend. We put our idea here and we start to rate it, to grade it with questions. We ask a bunch of questions. Is this change above the fold? Is this supported by quantitative data? Is this supported by heat maps? And our idea is it's supported by heat maps. Is it noticeable within 5 seconds? What's the level of development? How hard it is to code? And we ask a bunch of questions. After that, we will get the results. And the highest ideas that has the highest results, which is like 13, whatever, 14, some of them, we rearrange them, we sort them, and then we know which idea to prioritize, what is the higher leverage move, what's the mover leader basically. And then we go into intelligence, and here we do the magic, here we do the A/B testing. Obviously, in between everything that I just shared with you, there are multiple mini steps that we have to take in order to get this to intelligence. Then we just start testing it and monitoring it. And these are just some tests that we are running and that we ran in the past for a specific client, which you will be able to see the results in a second. We added some collections in the homepage in the above the fold, and because we did that through research, because we made it easier for customers to buy, it generated an extra 42K straight off the bat. So this is the beauty of CRO. Now, this is the example. This was the micro. Let me go back. This is the workflow. We find a bunch of problems, just like I showed you. We prioritize them to the prioritization framework that I just showed you. We create hypothesis, and then we start the system. We design the hypothesis, we send the hypothesis to the brand owner, then we custom code it, we implement an A/B test, we monitor the A/B test, we do QA in between to make sure that nothing is broken. We analyze the results, and even if it's a winner or it's not a winner, we want to analyze why it worked or why it didn't work. And based on that, we do again, and we do again. And this is a process that it's absolutely impossible for the brand owners to not make money. And now, the big juicy bonuses that I bet you will be expecting. So bonus number 1, it's our winning A/B test database. It's where we document every single test that we ran, what worked and why. So here, it was open, and this is one of the tests that I would highly recommend you to try. You will find more tests right here. I'm going to let you explore them. So this is number 1. It's for free. Just use it, leverage. By the way, we are going to be updating that on a monthly basis. And bonus number 2 is I've picked 3 A/B tests that got us a win rate of 90% across clients. So one is search optimization, which is basically the exact example that I just showed you, which is super powerful. The other one was circle collection slider on the homepage above the fold, which is basically you take this and you add the collections that are, again, have the highest revenue per click and revenue per visitor, or RPV and RPS or RPC, and you put them here to make it easier for the customer to get where they want to go, to find the product that they're looking for, pretty much. This is number two. And the third one, this is so huge, it's copy. So by doing research and doing surveys, we identified what are the pain points, what are the things that drive the user to actually purchase. So we changed step into a world of comfort, of color and comfort, to American-made compression socks built to last for a brand. We did an ABCD type of test where we tested different pieces of copy. This one was the winner, and it was an extra 25K. So always do your research. The homepage is one of the most important page of your website, so make sure that you nail this down. And the imagery and the copy are one of the biggest levers when it comes to content testing. The other ones are obviously price tests, shipping tests, offer testing, bonuses, gifts, things of this nature. So yeah, that's it for now. If you made it this far and you're serious about growing your store, what do you take what I just shared here and you run with it on your own, or you reach out to work with us? Please just take action. Like, don't just watch this and don't do anything about it. The key to scaling isn't more traffic, because every monkey can just drive more traffic to the website and just pay more, but it's about making the most of the traffic that you already have. So yeah, if you're serious about growing your store, click here to book a call, and let's see if you're a good fit, and I'll map out a game plan for your store personally. And also, you're 100% covered. We guarantee a minimum 10% increase in revenue per visitor, which, if you don't know what it is, I'm going to explain to you probably in the call, in 90 days, or your money back. So there is absolutely no risk to you. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.